Yeah, g'day. What's the date? I don't know, so the 1st of April, because it could be an April Fool joke, this. Just out here in my little peaceful space, away from everybody else and harm to nobody. But it's interesting, the more I sort of research and look at the details about this coronavirus, the more that it's actually pretty clear that this is a virus that has been, wherever it came from, engineered, excellently entered the pool of viruses, which we have many actually, and how it's been sort of manipulated through the media, and actually making people be very scared. It's created a real fear thing, and yet when you actually look at the numbers of actual people that are dying from it, it's not as big as what you think. And certainly in comparison to other things that are affecting humans on this planet. And like already, we've seen like higher numbers in places like Italy and Spain. But what they don't tell you is that the demographic in those countries is a lot older. So yes, it does actually affect people who are older. But then if you look at general flus, flus kill people, a lot of people. My mother, who was 85 years old, she went into hospital and she had the hospital bug. Now, the hospital bug didn't kill her, but the hospital bug wore her immunities down and she died of pneumonia because she smoked for 40 years of her life. So basically, these viruses basically attack the weak, the people with low immunities. Now, speaking personally, I've never been one of these people that actually takes the flu jab. In the whole time that flu jab has been out, we used to be offered it at work for free, and they'd say, we've got the flu jab coming around and everybody's entitled to get it, they can get it for nothing, and they thought this was going to be an increase of productivity. Well, in reality, most of the people that took the flu jab actually got the flu. Now, I never took the thing. Yes, I got colds and stuff like that, but I didn't actually come down with anything like really bad, the occasional flu. But, it's good. It's good for our bodies to build up these immunities. And so taking all these drugs, these anti-vaxxers, these vaccines, is not actually good for our system, because the flu virus or the flu vaccine is actually a small amount of the flu, which triggers an immune response from your body. But, so I've always taken the homeopathic way of never taking those things. And personally, over the years, I've never actually indulged in taking any pharmaceutical drugs. I steer clear of doctors. I find every time you go to a doctor, in the old days, all they used to do is prescribe you penicillin. And whereas now, a lot of these viruses, penicillin is useless. Well, it's not even effective against a virus. So, and what do you do most of the time when you go to a doctor? They tell you to go home with a virus and rest up. Now, point example, New Plymouth has got one case in hospital who is somebody that's in a serious condition. Now, I don't know the demographic of that person. All right, so they could be 50, they could be 70, I have no idea. There are 11 people who have actually got the virus, but they're not in the hospital. They're actually in their own homes, self-isolating, we hope. And so here is a virus, which has got a mortality rate of, they say 95% of people who get it will be fine. So really, I think what we're doing is we're taking effectively something that's not much worse than a normal flu, and actually extrapolating into something that's like shutting down the economic world of the world. We're in a complete shutdown situation here in New Plymouth, and I've said it before. Why? It's absolute insanity. So we are going to destroy an awful lot of economies because of this one. It's a cold flu virus. It's just insane, and we're buying into it. So I'm sorry, I refuse to take this lying down, and I've done my research, and I believe that from what I've read and listened to other people, I think it was the Institute of Health Organisation in the UK, this came out and said that this was not much more contagious than the normal flu. So, so what? We're going to grind the whole entire world economy? Well, not the whole entire world, because it's only about a third of the world that are in shutdown. There are many countries that are not. So I think we've gone over the top here. But the things that are happening in the background, as like I said before, they're able to overrule constitutions, they're able to overrule laws, they're able to bring in laws of a gathering, meeting, about contact. You're not supposed to talk to other people. I mean, give me a break. What sort of moron would accept that? There's nothing wrong with me. I talked to my neighbour this morning who's newly moved into this area, and basically we had a conversation. We're sort of sitting 3 metres apart, and we had a really cool conversation. Now, I'm not going to be stopped from doing that. Why would I do that? I mean, the reality is they say that it's in our best interest. It's not in our best interest. It's in their best interest that we don't start talking about it. And the beauty is, at the moment, we've still got social media and freedom of speech to be able to express that to other people. And that's what I'll do. And I don't care. And if these people out there think I'm being a conspiracy theorist or some sort of paranoid nut, take a hike. Because I really don't care. You're the person that's got the conspiracy problem. And the reality is that we're still going to continue to live after this virus. But one of the things that's changing massively is our economic system. Now, at the moment, like I've said before, the United States Federal Reserve, and I tried to explain this to my son the other day, that just went straight over the top of his head, was that they were pouring money into the global economy, certainly into America, into the share market. They're propping up all the share market. Explain this. In the share market in the United States, why has it been going up when nobody's producing anything? Companies are shut down. They're not making greater profits. It seems absolutely bizarre. Another interesting one, gold and silver. And obviously people that know me know that I have a vested interest in some of those materials. Now, I've been watching that and I've studied that for years. And the one thing I've noticed is that no matter how much demand there is for the product, of which we've got a situation now where you can't get hold of it, the price just stays static. It's just sitting there at roughly $1,600 for gold and about $14 for silver. They are being both massively manipulated by the Federal Reserve and their buying desk and what I call EFTs and future contracts. The physical stuff, even in New Zealand, since I acquired some probably 10 days ago, has doubled in price. Actually, in some cases, nearly tripled. So there's a demand coming. And so that's something that, I did as a strategy to protect and hedge against inflation, which is coming, because we've got all this helicopter money, which has been sprayed around. So, Jacinda's turning around saving the world, or saving New Zealand, and we're going to put all this stimulus money into businesses, into giving people money, because what's the biggest thing that people worry about? Their finances. They don't worry about their freedoms, they worry about their finances. They think that money is the key to freedom, when it's not. It's the other way around. So, I don't know. I mean, call me a madman, call me a lunatic, call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't really care. I can see what's coming down this, and it's not good. We are going to end up with, they're saying yesterday in New Zealand, for example, 9% unemployment. Really? And take another pick on that. And then look at assets. Look at things that have been bubbled up. I mean, we've got masses of cars in New Zealand. Now, cars are going to be worth nothing in a couple of months' time. Houses, the big balloon bubble. We all thought we were going to be rich and we were just going to money into infinity. The house prices were going to keep going up and up and up. Well, hello, sorry, the party's over. And we're now entering a depression, not a recession. We're entering a depression. And that's going to last for years, because you will not get rid of those unemployment numbers quickly. Not only that, the longer we're in shutdown, we're going to end up taking on different patterns. People are realizing at the moment, I don't really need to have 2 coffees a day. Don't really need to go to that restaurant. And so that is actually going to take a lot of time. People are, they're realizing, hey, I can actually cook. I don't have to go down to McDonald's or KFC or some other garbage place. They can, I can actually cook my own food. And they're having to do that. And that's great. It's actually teaching people something. Kids are actually having to face parents having to face kids. Okay, at the moment, saving grace for many people is the fact that we've still got the internet. So the kids are still able to, click on social media, and the parents are sitting there thinking, oh, they're happy, we'll let them do what they normally do. But really, I'd love to see the internet go down. And, sure, that'll stop me looking at stuff too. But there's one thing that personally I do, my Bibles, that's the book. You know, what I call it is abbreviated for the basic instructions before leaving Earth. You know, and I get a lot of my wisdom from there. So I don't really care if they shut the internet down. I mean, it's just social media. They're leaving that up on purpose. They're watching us like the rats running around that little wheel, you know, fall for this garbage. So, okay, well, this is one guy that doesn't fall for that garbage. And call me wrong, call me mad, and we will see what transpires in the next 2 or 3 months. But I'm pretty much picking. There's a couple of things I'll pick, and I'll pick them right now. You have not seen the collapse in the Dow Jones, not where it's going to go. I believe that the Dow Jones will probably go below 10,000, sitting here at 22,000 at the moment. The New Zealand share market, which is sitting at about 9,800 points today. Interesting thing about the New Zealand share market is that we have a lot of invested in that. Kiwis have a lot invested in that in KiwiSaver. And you can't just go and pull your KiwiSaver out. It's actually quite, you know, there's lots of paperwork to go through and all that sort of stuff. So what does that do? It delays people from getting money out of the share market. It actually protects the market. But the big boys, they can just run around, pull out their money while the market's going down. And you poor mugs that own KiwiSaver are going to get raped, you know, because the value of your KiwiSaver might halve, whatever, it will go down. So they've got a captured audience there. Some of the other markets are a lot more freer, you know, but so I think you're going to see that. I think you're also going to see hyperinflation. I think you're going to start seeing prices go up. We've already started seeing some price gouging from some of the supermarket owners. I think you're going to see people are going to have money, but goods are going to dry up. So certain goods are not going to be available. So people are going to have the money to buy stuff, but there won't be stuff to buy. And we'll start to see inflation creeping up. So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going to be right on those things, but maybe play this video in 3 months' time and see how right I am. And if I'm right, that's fine. If I'm not, that's fine as well. I don't really care. I personally have taken a position in this. But most of all, the thing I come back to all the time, it's not about the money. It's about where your heart lies. So where is your heart today? Is your heart with Jesus? Is your heart putting your faith in Jesus? Is your heart in terms of helping other people? Is it about, you know, helping your fellow man, helping your neighbour, helping the homeless guy, helping the disabled guy, the mentally ill? What is it? Helping the elderly? Or is it all about you? Is it about, what can I store? I don't want to lose my wealth. You know, like I said once before, you can't take any of this garbage with you. When you leave this place, you will be going out cold, wet, like you came in. Well, hopefully not wet, but you never know. So, hey, just chucking it out there. These are my thoughts. Love to know your feedback, positive comments here, negative comments. You want to put them down? Yeah, that's fine. You know, we're all entitled to opinion. And but yeah, so this is Dave down here in New Plymouth, New Zealand. Great place. Strongly recommend it. I mean, now I can't get down here, so you know, yeah, it's great. I'm enjoying every day of this, and you know, as prepared as I can be, prepared mentally, physically. I mean, I get out every day, do exercise. I don't carry the stress. I'm not worrying about this. You know, as I say, I'm not running in a fear environment. I don't have to get drunk every night to escape this. You know, I'm very sober, very vigilant, and I just talk to my brothers and sisters, try and encourage those people that are maybe not as convicted as others, and try and reach out to as many new people if they want to know about the salvation of Jesus Christ, which is our inheritance and it's free to everyone. So, hey, me signing out, and enjoy peace and love in your life, and we'll catch you another time. Catch you later. Bye.